More than a decade after the advent of devolution, the Devolution at 10 report released by the Kenya Devolution Civil Society Working Group in conjunction with ACT paints a bleak picture of the progress the country has made. According to the report, procurement fraud is rampant in the devolved units, with tenders and jobs in the public service largely awarded on the basis of personal connections and the willingness to provide kickbacks to county officials. This comes a day after the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission reported that the exchange of bribes for services was the order of the day in the counties led by West Pokot, Nairobi and Murang'a.
What we are calling as the Kenya Devolution Civil Society Working Group on all actors, starting from independent offices and institutions, to act firmly on cases of corruption that have been highlighted. We have evidence that is adequate enough to initiate prosecution from the Office of the Auditor General, from the Office of the Controller of Budget.
Kenyans in the grassroots gave low ratings for service delivery in the counties, lamenting delayed payments to contractors, which they say have brought many businesses to their knees. Although Kenyans' survey demonstrated confidence in the level of accountability in the counties, they faulted members of the county assemblies for failing to conduct effective public participation when legislating and only considering the views of their supporters. The Kenya Civil Society Devolution Working Group says underfunding is to blame for the situation.
We want the national government, because public participation is a value that cuts across the two levels of government. Citizens also want to have a voice in issues national budget, revenue sharing, service delivery by national government, because both levels of government are serving one citizen.
Respondents also reported increased efficiency in the issuance of documents such as business licenses and construction permits, but expressed dissatisfaction with the high levels of taxation. Crucial services such as healthcare are reported to have improved despite claims of mismanagement of health facilities and poor infrastructure. But agriculture, which contributes a third of Kenya's GDP, remains largely underfunded, with counties over-relying on donations and grants.
How do you expect to move counties that are at the level of 20-something%? Yeah, the Kituis, the West Pokots, that are still, according to the KDHS, that are still very low numbers in terms of access, with the limited budget allocations that they have. Of course, issues of slow procurement, implementation also come to play.
The organization wants the government to use updated audit reports as the basis for revenue allocation. The national government used audited accounts from the 2019-2020 financial year as a basis for the 2023-2024 financial year revenue allocation. In the coming financial year, counties will receive 391 billion shillings against a proposed allocation of 450 billion.
We are doing our best to get the devolved functions. Actually, the president gave us a very short window to work on that, and there's been a lot of facilitation from the national government to make sure that we can devolve the functions.
Muriel Adhiambo, K24 TV, Nairobi.